Hey, remember back in '93 when Ryan thought Shockmaster was going to be a future world champion?
The modern day wrestling god! What?
And that's why, Jack, you're so smart.
Now back to Jack and Ryan on the MonsterCast.
Is Ucey or not Ucey? Are you ready for this? They're all pretty still relevant, so I kept it, and we didn't get to do it last week, so here we go.
Just hasn't been very Ucey.
If you can't find your inner Ucey again...
Ucey or not Ucey time. There we go. Step one. We got 4 of them, actually. Edge was asked if Brock should have broken Taker's WrestleMania streak in an interview recently. He said no. And when he was asked who should have broken it, he said Roman. Ucey or not Ucey?
That's gonna be a not Ucey for me. I don't think Edge remembers the context of the time, but Lesnar needed it. Like, Lesnar was always seen as a credible threat and like a whatever, but he didn't really start his fucking like super dominant tear. Like, everybody was like, oh yeah, he's scary, whatever, but I mean, he was still going, 66-33 with fucking John Cena and stuff before the streak breaking. Like, this is... It enhanced his mystique so much. It gave Heyman so much to talk about and to sit on. It made Lesnar almost like a godlike figure in the company for so long going forward, to the point that he still is, even with the stupid shit with having a dick kick Lashley and getting DQ'd and this garbage with Cody lately. But he still got this status coming off of that he wouldn't have had, I don't think, without it. And Reigns never needed it. He did also beat The Undertaker. And, like, it's just... It wouldn't have made any sense to wait for Reigns to be ready to do it, I don't think. Doing Lesnar when they did it, everybody at the time was super shocked about it, but in retrospect, it was probably the right call. You made somebody like a huge threat, star, dominant guy out of that for so long, and the residual effect of that has been going on so long that he's still seen that way, regardless of what stupid shit he's involved in now. So, yeah, no, I don't agree with that at all.
I also disagree with Edge, but I'm going to say it should have been Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt went completely downhill after losing to Undertaker at WrestleMania. He even reinvented himself and came back all the way up to the top just to fall again at Hell in a Cell against Seth Rollins in what could only be described as one of the biggest fumbles of all time in WWE history, when he didn't get the Universal title against Rollins.
Do you think Michael Hayes booked that too?
Probably.
We could look it up.
Well, I mean, I'm not even saying that he produced these matches. I'm saying Vince produced them and told Michael Hayes to go do that. That's what happened. And he said, yes, sir, Vince. Yes, sir. Lick the boot on the way out. That's what he did.
Yep.
I would give it to Bray, but I understand your point for sure for Brock. Now, when it happened, did I think Brock needed it? No, I did not. My whole childhood crushed right in front of my eyes, dude. I didn't think anybody needed it at the time.
Well,
but like, if you were in hindsight, if you were going to break the streak
years.
anyway, then I think it should have been Bray Wyatt.
Surprised you
Edge would have been a good choice too, by the way.
Surprised you didn't say
At the
CM
time.
Punk. CM Punk should have broke it. CM Punk's so good.
CM Punk didn't need it.
Yeah.
I thought the CM Punk story, the way the CM Punk story was set up, there was no way CM Punk was winning.
Yeah.
That was all about Paul Bear and shit and fucking around with his ashes and the urn that had Paul Bear. No, there's no fucking way. That would have made him a super heel for the rest of his life, yes. But no, there's no way it would have made any sense to have Undertaker lose after he just lost everything else throughout the entire storyline. He was already down bad in the storyline. It would have made no sense. So no, I would not have said CM Punk. But I would have liked to have seen Randy Orton had a really good match with him, and Randy Orton was still very young when he did it. So, but Undertaker still had a lot of time left, so I wouldn't have done that. Edge had a really good match with him. Edge would probably be my second place guy. Good. Kurt Angle, I believe, had a match with him at WrestleMania. That was really fucking good.
The Triple H match was good.
No.
You don't think the Triple H match with Shawn Michaels as a fucking guest referee was good?
Dude, you talking about overbook? You complain about overbooking shit constantly on this show.
I just said that the match that was overbooked on Backlash was fine.
But you still brought it up to be saying that it was overbooked. You went out of your way to talk about it.
It can be overbooked in a good way.
Okay, well, anyway, there was no reason that Triple H would have done it either.
Because he's the best.
What did Triple H need it for?
To be the best.
Dude,
He's the
shut
best.
the fuck up. If Triple H was booking it, he would have won.
He's the king of kings.
If Triple H was booking it, he would have won.
He's the king of the king.
He
of
would
the
have
dead.
won it. If Shawn Michaels was booking it down in NXT, he would have won.
It's just a basic hierarchy. King of the dead.
And no, it was not a better match than either one of the Shawn Michaels matches. Don't start. Don't start on here. Don't start on here. Don't start on here.
I think it's better than the first one.
Nope.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I like the first one better than the second one.
Really? I like the second one.
Yes. Come on, man. Don't be that guy. All right, let's up. Dark and Dark Elevation seemingly have been canceled as no new episodes have been weren't released this week. Then it was, I guess, later confirmed that they weren't gonna be, and that AEW Dark and Dark Elevation wrestlers going forward would appear kind of like in a Ring of Honor situation. And I guess at house shows and stuff when they travel to certain areas. With AEW Collision coming out for be the new 2-hour live show, the hiring of Will Washington to help with creative for Tony Khan, I guess it was just going to be too much work to do all that at the same time. So what do you think of AEW Dark and Dark Elevation? Two shows that created a bunch of jobs for a lot of indie wrestlers, especially in AEW. The list is Sky Blue, Will Hobbs, Top Flight.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a shit ton of people. What do you think about that ending?
Not Ucey, because I'll miss the commentary. The commentary was some of the best parts of Dark and Dark Elevation. Just the boost that they had on that was fucking great all the time. Taz always cracking me up on that shit.
Taz, Excalibur, Daddy Magic, fantastic.
Yeah. Big Show sometimes too. It was also good on there. I understand why they're doing it. I tentatively not Ucey. We'll see what they do with the talent, because I don't know that Ring of Honor really has the space for them either. Because if you watch Ring of Honor now, it already kind of feels like too many of the lower card matches are filler. Like I get that, like, people like Blake Christensen or whoever have been there for a while and people like him or whatever, but like, I don't really want to see him wrestle. It's not a personal thing. I think he's a fine wrestler. It's just one of those things where you're watching somebody that you know isn't gonna probably get past where he currently is. And I feel that way about a lot of the people that are already on Dark and Dark Elevation. So I don't know that I want more of Ring of Honor programming taken up with that, if that makes sense. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they do with it. I agree that a lot of people really got over from working there, and it's a big loss of opportunity for some of the people that potentially could have gotten over from working there going forward. But they're saying that they have a suitable replacement for it, so we'll see what that model looks like going forward before I give too much of a judgment on it.
Yeah, I don't like it right now from the sense that, like, guys that were really starting to come into their own, like the Brock Anderson, Brian Pillman tag team, are now just cut off, and we don't know what the fuck's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
So if you had something that you're going to announce right after to be in its place, I get it. There was also a report saying that this is partly due to because of WB wanted all their content to be associated with them and not YouTube. So
I think
will they come out with another show, or maybe a show that streams only on Max or something like that? That's yet to be seen too.
I think you turn Rampage into the equivalent of the Dark, since pretty much nobody's watching it anyway. And it's the same concept as far as it's a pre-tape show. You could look at the results if you really care that much and then go pick what you want to watch.
I agree with that, but I think they should make it a little bit better than that. I think the main events and whatever, I think you should still have title matches on it. I think you should still have like, not fucking WWE superstars on Saturday morning type shit where you already know who's going to win on all of them.
Well, I mean, that is the problem with it, though, because, I mean, they used to do good numbers until you stopped putting the big names on it and started treating it like a fucking sideshow, because it was pre-taped and everybody could just go look up the results anyway, and you didn't want to spoil shit for your Friday show by having, like, really good stuff on there that then got spoiled. So
you know what I also would like for Rampage going forward, because if you're just going to tape it all the time anyway, why not air it on Friday morning? or Saturday morning, or Sunday morning.
Well, you don't want to do Friday morning
Because then you wouldn't
everybody's
have to
at
worry
work.
about getting preempted and moving all the fucking around as soon as you start gaining some momentum.
People are at work on Friday morning.
I'm not.
Well, normal people are at work on Friday morning. And,
Yeah, I understand the Friday part, but Saturday morning, and you're gonna have
Yeah.
Saturday night wrestling anyway. Why
yeah,
not?
You could. I think 2 in one day is probably a lot, though. 2 in one day from the same company is a lot. I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure WCW used to do that. I'm pretty sure they used to have a Saturday morning show, and then they had 6:05 Saturday night. Same show or same day rather.
Different era.
Different era, same channel.
I don't know. I'm gonna reserve most of my judgment on that until I see how they handled.
All right, but currently
Rampage and
not
some of the
Uzi until we see.
Yeah.
All right,
I'd like to- I'd like
Impact
to see
debut
some
of
stuff develop.
Trinity Fatu at TNA Impact or whatever the fuck you want to call it now. She shows up, she signs a deal. She's immediately involved with Killing King, I believe, was her first match. She ended up beating her, and then of course she was in the middle of, I believe, Deonna Purrazzo and Jordan Grace. So she's gonna be slotted in fairly shortly in the women's knockout title picture. What do you think of the debut? What do you think about Mercedes and Punk going to watch it? What do you think her ceiling is there, or like how long do you think she's gonna be there? Do you think this is like a test run for like an AEW or a WWE or even a New Japan to be like, hey, yeah, she can fucking come over here. She's still good.
Yeah, I like this. I'm Uzi on this. I think that is how she should be treating it. She should be treating it like I'm in Impact now. Should definitely be treating it like a tryout for other things, because as much as everybody
Kind of like a Drew McIntyre did.
Yeah, and she said something about how she looked at every company and decided that Impact had the best women's division, which is probably used to be true. And I think Jordan Grace and Deonna Purrazzo are really good. I don't know that that's still true right now.
I mean, that was true when Deonna and Jordan and Tessa and Taya and Allison Kay,
Right.
Gail Kim, Mickey James. Yeah,
Right.
that was
So
true.
we're not in
now,
that
not
era
today,
anymore, right?
not May 7th, 2023. I don't think they are.
Yeah, they've still got some good names there, but I don't know. So I like her being there. I like that she's wrestling somewhere. I like that she gets to do. She gets to show people whether or not she's still competent, capable, good in the ring, whatever. Which I'm sure she is. I'm sure she's fine. But I hope that it's not like her final stop. Like I think her ceiling is just a little bit higher than Impact for sure.
Yeah, this should be used as a step, and hopefully she shows out during this so that somebody else will give her a shot. I agree.
But I feel
So
the
this
same
is
about like
Uzi, though.
Deonna and Jordan, but they don't seem like they want to really be anywhere else either. So who knows?
Well, Jonathan just got signed to Impact not that long ago, so I don't see Jordan Grace going nowhere. I don't doubt that anybody would fucking offer her something.
Yeah.
But is she gonna go though? That's the question. And now Deonna and her husband are the fucking 2 top champs in Impact at the moment. So that might be why.
Jordan ain't passing a fucking WWE wellness test, but she could probably get picked up by like Ring of Honor, AEW, something like that.
All right. So Uzi for that one. And finally, speaking of the women's division over in New Japan and Stardom, New Japan Strong announces new women's title, 4-women tournament involving AEW, CMLL, and Stardom, with Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale involved at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Resurgence. Uzi or not Uzi?
I would be more excited about this if they had put Willow and Mercedes in the first round together, so they would actually have a match. But I don't see the finals for anything from that organization ending with Willow and Mercedes as the final. Like that's
it's
a match.
definitely gonna be Momo and Mercedes.
Hmm?
It's definitely gonna be Mercedes versus Momo.
Yeah. So it sounds cool on paper, but then when you look at how they set up the brackets, I'm kind of like, fuck. I think they should. I still think they should swap the brackets. I think it should be Willow against Mercedes in the first round, and you can still have the same final. Also, it seems weird to do like a 4-person tournament. I always feel like if it's gonna be a tournament, you want more people involved, like 8 minimum. at least get 2 rounds before the final, not just 1 round. But still a cool idea. I'll still watch it. So as Ucey as I can be for how small the tournament is.
I'm gonna give it to Ucey because I think the idea for the title is good, because if you are New Japan and you're going to come out the gates and act like, hey, I want a women's division and we're going to take it seriously, then why wouldn't you have it in your sister promotion of New Japan Strong or whatever here in the States? I think that just shows that you're taking it seriously.
Hey guys, did you like that video? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also catch full episodes of the MonsterCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And you can also catch us live every Sunday on Twitch. All links in the description below, along with some sweet merch from yours truly, the MonsterCast. Deuces.